So what's up? My name is Manny. Welcome to Made by Manny Photography / Made by Manny Photo Studios. And today I'll be interviewing the lovely, the beautiful Melle, I
Yes.
believe.
Yeah.
But maybe you can explain what your name really symbolizes, what it means, and who you are, and what your business is.
Yes. So my name is Armelle, but everybody calls me Melle, and I am the founder and creative director of Lustre by Melle.
Nice. What is your brand? I know you have a line, a
Yes.
makeup line,
Yeah.
but I'd love you to go into more details about that brand in relation to the shoot, because the model they'll be working with today will be utilizing her brand. So why not speak to the owner, the creator, all
Yeah.
that?
Absolutely. So my name is Armelle. Everybody calls me Melle. I am the founder and creative director of Lustre by Melle, which is a beauty brand that stands for bold, like being bold and walking authentically in who you are. I created Lustre by Melle out of a season of my life where I was really going through a hard time. And, I had this idea where I wanted to create something that would reignite the passion inside of me, would kind of bring my spark back. And I found that through makeup. I'm not a makeup artist. I wasn't always well versed in doing makeup, but I know how to do my face and I know what I like. And I really like to be creative and put things together.
I'm gonna slow you down right there, because you just kind of dropped a lot in a short time. You said a couple of things that stuck out to me. First, you said you went through a dark time that created inspiration for you to
absolutely.
be able to create something amazing.
Yeah.
And then you also said that you created something specifically for the beautiful Black woman.
Yes.
So I kind of want to have you go into what that dark time is and what came out to even inspire that season of your life where you started this business, and why you're specifically choosing the Black woman instead of AKA, the average woman, the white woman, whatever other women there are out there.
Yes. So I'll start with the season and the reason. So again, I was going through a really hard time. I was going through a bad breakup. Just a lot of different stress, financial stress, a bunch of different things that I have never really went through before on top of dealing with a breakup. I was in a season of, I'm also a wedding and event planner, and I was just in a season of not being happy with where I was in my event planning career as well. Started to lose my passion for it, started to lose my focus. So again, where I said, I wanted something that was going to reignite the passion and the spark inside of me.
Yep.
I found that through makeup and, designing makeup. So all of the products that I have, I launched 5 originally back in December.
Nice.
I did a soft launch where I launched my website and I launched 5 products, but
Congrats.
thank you. This past Saturday, I had my official launch party, and I launched a full beauty line with 10 products and more on the way. And it was a sold out event. And
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Excuse me.
it blew my mind, because as I was building this and as I was creating this, again, it was just coming from a place of finding myself again and finding my spark again and being able to pour myself and my creativity into something that was bringing me back to life.
Okay. So you basically took a negative and turned it into a positive. You took
Absolutely.
darkness and somehow brought light out of that. What is, on another segue, because I'm just going to be segueing while we're talking, what is, something that you can leave behind for people that are listening to take, to channel where they basically are in life and use it for the negative? How can you, what can you say to inspire those people that are going through a dark time and kind of don't see any silver lining out of that darkness? What's something that you can say to those people?
I'm glad that you asked this question, because I think it's an important thing for people to hear. I didn't plan on sharing this part, but I kind of felt moved to share it, because it was what was really the driving force behind how I was able to put all of my energy into this. So to answer your question, what I will say is, when you're going through a hard time, it's kind of hard to see past that hard time and it's hard to see past the hurt and past whatever feelings you're going through at the moment.
Yep.
But the only way to go from being at the bottom is up, right? So you're going to heal and your nervous system is going to regulate and you're going to be okay eventually. We all go through hard times in life, and eventually we get over it and we feel better, right?
Mhm.
You know, you fall, you might hurt yourself, but you heal, right?
You fact.
It's the same thing. So I was able to pour all of that energy into, instead of being home, you know,
Depressed,
being home
sad.
depressed, sad, which I was.
Right.
I used that time to be productive. I used that time to pour into my business. So I was researching, I was sourcing products, I was creating graphics. I created all of the graphics for my products.
Nice.
I named all of my products. I specifically, you know, read hex codes and shades and all of that. Like,
Okay.
people
you
don't
really
know how
mastered
much,
that craft.
people
and that
don't know how
pain.
much goes into it.
I believe you.
So I really just took that pain and turned it into, I'm just gonna sit here and work through it. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to hang out with people. I didn't want to do those things, which gave me the time to do what I needed to do and really lock
So
in.
let me question this, because like a lot of people in our generation that could be successful, when they go through tough times and tough seasons, they tend to distract themselves with drugs, with alcohol. But you did not technically distract yourself, but you just rechanneled that energy.
I rechanneled the energy.
You know what I mean? What's a good statement that you can make or leave behind for people just to hold on in that dark time?
Yeah,
When they're
I
going
would
through
say
something.
honestly, when you're going through something, you're gonna be hurt. Your nervous system is gonna be dysregulated. You're going to cry. Healing is not linear. You know, there were times that I thought, oh my gosh, okay, I'm feeling better. I'm over this breakup. A month later, 2 months later, 3 months later, and then on a random day, I would just be in my car crying for 30 minutes.
Oh, dang. But you let yourself feel.
But
all
I let
that.
myself feel.
You
So
didn't
that's
distract.
what I was getting
Okay.
at. So let yourself feel,
Right.
and don't try to distract. Drugs and alcohol and all that stuff is not going to help you. It's actually going to make things worse. You know, you're only suppressing something that's always going to be there. It's not
Right.
going anywhere. But drugs and alcohol doesn't help you. Channel that energy into something better. For me, I've always been like a solution-oriented person, so I was never that person who liked to sit and complain, liked to cry,
That's
feel
what's
bad
up.
for myself. I don't like feeling sorry for myself. That's one thing.
Get out of your feelings.
Get
and
out of your
into
feelings
bag.
and get in your bag.
That's what's
like, always been, you know, I'm gonna feel what I feel, but always like, okay, well, what's next? Get up and keep it moving, because life is gonna keep going, and
Right.
you gotta keep going. So I didn't want to feel bad for myself. I went to St. Lucia.
Nice.
I took some time to really reflect, and like I went for a friend's wedding and really just sat in my feelings. I cried, I felt, I laughed, I enjoyed myself, and I came back refreshed, and I just got to work. I did what I needed to do to turn my situation around.
Nice.
And I really was able to just pour all of my energy into building my business and finding my spark again. And
That's what's
this
up.
business really did help me find my spark again.
So this is not just a business, this is basically your heart that you are giving freely to people. And this kind of also leads me to the next question, which is, with all the pain and the creation and the beauty of your business, what is that impact that you want to leave behind? What is that one thing that you want, you know, the next little black girl watching you work and create to feel as she uses your products?
So that's a beautiful question. Before I answer the question, I'm going to answer the question about impact. And people use the word impact a lot, but I didn't feel it until just recently. So I was invited to do a workshop where I taught 120 high school students about entrepreneurship.
Okay.
And again, I'm in a very busy season, launching my business, planning a launch, and doing all these different things. I work a 9 to 5. I have my event business. So life is busy right now.
That's a fact.
Life is
Seems.
busy, but I was invited to do this workshop, and I was sitting in my bed at 11 o'clock at night, tired. Like, what am I going to teach these kids the next day at 8 a.m.? So I really just thought, okay, well, you've been through the journey. Like, talk about what you truly put into it. So one of the biggest things that I wanted to teach the kids is like, keep going. Like, don't ever let anything that's going on in your life or any perception that anyone has of you to impact you, because it's not a reflection of who you are. Whatever's burning inside of you, you don't have to wait until you have the money. You don't have to wait until you feel completely ready. Again, I didn't know where I was going to find the money to build this business or have a launch party. I didn't know anything about selling makeup. I didn't know anything about, owning a beauty brand. I didn't know any of those things, but I taught myself. I did the work. I had the drive. I had the determination, And I just did the work. You know what I mean? All it takes is doing the work. So really, what the impact that I want to leave is just believe in yourself and go after everything that you want unapologetically. After I taught the workshop, it was beautiful because like I told these girls like I'm Haitian, and like they started cheering and they were like, we knew it. So like representation matters.
It really does.
And you asked me a question, you didn't even let me answer it.
Okay, excuse me.
You asked me a question, you didn't let me answer it. Why did I choose to focus on Black women instead of
white women or any
other you know culture or color, whatever? It's because as Black women, we're always an afterthought. We're always made to feel. People always try to make us feel like we're less than we are. Okay. We're queens. We're amazing. Like, we're capable of doing amazing things. And statistics will show we are the most successful group of people. So it's just like, I want to teach little Black and brown girls that exactly. Like, I want you to know who you are. Like,
now, that's a lot of beautiful self-love that you just explained. What about the white woman that might look at your products and say, hey, I'm not included in this, or feel some type of way that you are celebrating the Black woman as opposed to all women and feel left out? What is your answer to those types of questions?
Except they are included. I have shades for all types of women, all shades.
Explain that.
Yes, I have very light shades. I have medium shades. I have dark shades. But my message is not for that specific group of women. I'm a Black woman.
That's fact.
So I'm speaking to my people. I'm speaking to the little Black and brown girls who need that representation. I feel like Black women are always the afterthought in marketing and anything that goes on. Like, it's always a fair-skinned woman who's the front and center of everything. Like, we're always the afterthought. We're always in the background. But no, I'm here to tell you, like, I'm taking up space, and we're going to take up space. And I'm speaking to the little Black and brown girls who have dreams, who are looking at the TV screen and don't see themselves. Yeah. And like, after that workshop, and after I told those girls I was Haitian, I had a line of 8 girls who came to talk to me and ask me questions, and I looked at their faces, like, their faces beaming, and they were so excited, smiling at me like, I have a question for you. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. And this is where I say, like, I've heard the word impact, but I never felt it until that moment. And that moment really changed everything for me, because it really showed me, okay, what you're doing, you're on the right path. Like, the message that you want to convey, the impact that you want to have, it's right here in front of you. And that was the day before my launch party. So that really changed everything for me, because it made me feel like, wow. Like,
it's like an approval from just
one
life,
thing I don't need is validation, but those little girls that day gave me validation. That was the validation.
You basically got something that you didn't even ask.
I didn't.
Just to give you that little extra stamina to keep going.
That gave me a huge boost.
That's beautiful.
It really filled my heart to see the looks on their faces. And even after everything ended, one of the staff members came, and she was like, they loved you. Like, they absolutely loved you. She was like, I was looking at this little girl, and I was just looking at her face and how she was looking at you, and it really made me feel like, wow, like, this is representation in the flesh. Like, this is the impact that I want to have. So that's why I focus on us. Right. It's a very inclusive brand. I have something for everybody.
There's also something called mood swings. Why did you name that mood swings? And what does that mean? Is that in a way also a way to be all inclusive? Like, explain mood swings?
So no, it's not. So this part of it was not to be all inclusive. So as I mentioned, I was going through a tough season of my life. I was having a lot of mood swings. Some days I was happy, some days I wasn't. Some days I was in my car crying. So I was having a lot of mood swings during that season in my life. And the beauty line really reflects that. Like, I called it, like, the concept of the line is mood swings. All of the products are based on a mood. So, like, it was a way of, okay, how do I separate myself from everybody else who's selling makeup? Like, I really wanted to pour me into this. I didn't want to copy Rihanna or
your unique selling position right there.
Yes, I didn't want to copy somebody else. Copying has never been my style, because the thing that sets you apart is being you.
unique. On top of that.
Yes. So I really wanted it to be one, unique, and two, original. So I really just based the names of the products off of my mood swings or things that are going on in my life or my characteristics.
Now, obviously, you know this will connect with a lot of women because,
and that's another thing. I wanted to connect with women. I wanted them to feel like whatever people label you as is not your burden to carry. That's their perception of you, and their perception of you has nothing to do with you. That's not your responsibility. And like, hold up space, be who you want to be, whatever day it is. If you want to be high profile, the main character, the drama queen, if you want to be passionate, if you want to be poised, whatever it is, be that thing. Whenever it is, take up space. So
now let's also segue into the actual makeup and how good it is. While we are talking, we have our model for the night, and she's been applying the makeup. She's been applying your line, and you even made a comment while she's applying it, and you talked about the makeup, the quality of it. So can you go into detail of the actual products, the actual how good it is for a dark-skinned woman, or how good it is for just the skin in itself?
Absolutely. And she's over there looking so beautiful and so golden, and she's radiating. But yes, I really wanted
She's blushing.
She is blushing. I really wanted to provide. It is my blush.
Oh.
I really wanted to provide high quality products. It's one thing to put something out, but I didn't want to put something out just to put something out. Like, I wanted something that was quality, but that was also attainable. And when I say that, I mean, like, there's Fenty and there's all these other amazing beauty brands, but they cost a lot.
That's a fact.
Not everybody can afford to buy $50 foundation or $30 lip gloss, $40 lipstick, whatever the case may be. So I wanted to create luxury without the luxury price tag. And I wanted my products to be very pigmented and to really like go well with people's skin. So I did my research. All of my products are vegan and cruelty free.
Oh, okay, that's a plus.
Yes.
Okay.
So I wanted to make sure that I was providing high quality products, vegan and cruelty free everything, and very pigmented. I wanted the black and brown ladies who are the darker shades, and I'm not talking about just me. Like I mean darker than me and deeper, like
chocolate.
Yes, chocolate. Like I wanted everybody to be able to feel beautiful and to feel, not that makeup makes you beautiful, but they want to look good in makeup too, and they want something that complements their skin as well. So I wanted to really do something that complemented their skin. And as she was putting it on, she's a very beautiful chocolate girl. It blended really well with her skin, and that was a moment of immense pride for me, because I'm like, wow, like what I set out to do, like this isn't in the flesh. Like I'm really doing this, and really like it's resonating with the people that I wanted it to resonate with. So.
Now you've kind of gone into detail of what your mission statement or your business mission is. You've also gone into a little detail of how amazing the product is. Somebody that might be on that borderline of purchasing what you've put out into this universe, what would you say to them to make that final decision? They're maybe at the store, they're looking at, I don't know, Rihanna's line, whatever, and they're looking at yours, because one day it's next to each other. What would be that, what's that little push that you would give to them for them to purchase your product that you haven't kind of mentioned already?
Absolutely. I would just say, like, Rihanna's Rihanna. I love her. She's a bad businesswoman, and I love Rihanna, but who doesn't? Right. But also Rihanna has her name, and she had her name. You know, that she put in the work. Don't get me wrong. You know, she put in the work and she did the thing. But like for me, I would say this was a baby that was created out of passion and out of like immense, like I poured my heart into this.
This is heart right here.
Yeah, this is heart. And I think that's the difference. Like this is heart. I didn't do it with the resources. I didn't do it with money to back me up. I did this, like, I worked hard for this.
It almost sounds like you moved out of, like, faith or some type of...
I did move. I was moving on faith. I didn't know if it would work out, but I didn't know where the money would come from. But I put in the work, and I did everything that I needed to do to birth what I wanted to present to the world. And I wanted it to be, I didn't want it to just be whatever. You know, I wanted to do it right from the beginning. So I wanted to provide quality. I wanted to provide luxury. I wanted to provide something that was going to be able to stand up next to the Rihannas and the Juvia's places and all the other brands. You
she
know
got
what I
the
mean?
foundation right to create the foundations. That's beautiful.
Yes, that's dope.
My last question to you, and is you kind of speak of this a little bit of faith, a little bit of that passion, a little bit of that natural intuition that flows from you to create all this beautiful things you've created. Do you feel like you were led to do this? Do you feel like you are aligned to create and do what you did? Like, do you feel like there is a force guiding you into this? And not to get into beliefs and too much into religion, but
no, that's
what
a great
is
question.
your, is there like a supernatural force? Is like, what is your heart when it comes to this and all the experience that you've been through? I don't know if you know that Bible scripture that says all things work together for the good of those, you know, who have a purpose, who have like a calling. So do you feel like you went through that breakup to be able to leave an impact in this world?
Absolutely.
Do you feel like you went, like, let me just have you kind of explain
Absolutely. I will say
that alignment thing.
yes, I will say everything happens for a reason. So that's that same breakup, I will say, like, that person kind of planted the seed in me a little bit because of a conversation we were having on a car ride literally 2 weeks before the breakup. That idea, I sat in that car and I said I should start a lip gloss line out of a conversation that we were having.
Yep.
And like I feel like this is what helped me heal, because like everybody's put in your life for a reason or for a season. And not everybody is meant to stay. And I feel like that might have been his purpose. He was put there to plant that seed in me.
Just to create something. That's
and for me, and I had to go through the dark times and through the rain for that seed to blossom and to come out of the ground. Because I feel like if maybe I hadn't met him or he, you know, we weren't having that conversation, who knows if I would have come up with this? You know what I mean? So like, I feel like everybody's put in your life for a season. So that's why my faith is very strong, because yes, the seed came from a conversation we had. And I said that in the car. I'll never forget that day. I should start a lip gloss line, and look at us. Fast forward. It hasn't even been a year yet. This was last July and it's not even a year. And I have a full beauty brand line. I just had a launch party, and I'm going to be launching my products in Copley Mall, May 16th. Like, before in the year, before I hit a 1 year mark. So I feel like everything that led up to this point, everything just happened so seamlessly.
Talk.
I was in the right places at the right time. I had the right conversations with the right people at the right time. The money came at the right time when I needed it. I didn't know it was perfectly aligned.
That's
everything
beautiful.
was in alignment. So for me, I feel like yes. I feel like this was my destiny, and like God put me in places and positions to be able to figure this out.
Yep.
Because I got uncomfortable in my event planning. I got uncomfortable at work. It forced me to be like, okay, well, what am I doing? What do I need to do to figure out what it is that I actually love to do, and what what direction do I need to go in?
Yeah.
And I just, everything lined up, and I just fell in love with this. I fell in love with the process. I fell in love with what I'm doing, and it doesn't even feel like work. It's a lot of work, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of days of not eating properly because I'm so busy.
Because she's grinding.
But I'm grinding, and it's okay because I love it. I love what I'm doing, and I'm so proud of it.
That's what's up.
And it's making an impact already. And I'm just, my mind is blown, but like, this is what I mean. Don't sit and don't sulk and feel bad for yourself. Turn a negative into a positive.
Get out your feelings. Get into your bag. You feel me?
Do what you need to do to further yourself. Feeling bad for yourself is not going to help you out of your situation. You know what I mean? I'm always like, solutions over everything. Solutions over feelings. What am I going to do to get out of this? What am I going to do to make my situation better? That's what I was focused on. And I mean, hyper focused on. And I'm walking in answered prayers today.
Amen to that. So where can people go to, one, buy your products, two, follow you in your journey, and I'm really hoping that you document everything, because your story and your products is beautiful. So
thank you.
Where can people follow you, buy your products, and get to know more of you? Because we just have like the surface level conversation, but then I'm sure there's deeper things about you that, you know what I mean, that people may want to follow and look up to.
So much more.
Especially the young girls that, you know, you're having these speaking engagements with.
Yeah. I intentionally document a lot of the things that I do.
Nice.
because I get so many messages of people saying you inspire me. I have this idea and I want to do it, and watching you is really inspiring me. You know, things like that, and that's why I document my journey, because like I want to inspire people, because we can all do it. Like,
that's a fact.
Literally, we all have it inside of us. You just need to find it, and you need to put the work in. People are afraid of putting the work in. They don't want to put the work in.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna tell you, that's the only thing separating you from your dreams. There's no secret formula. You don't have to have the money. You don't have to know everything. Like, literally,
I would like
you just
to
have
say
to have
this,
the determination.
Sometimes people don't know how much work to put in, and the idea of the amount of work is not fully measured out. So they might do a little bit and expect a lot and be disappointed. But the level of work you're talking about, as you're saying, the sleepless nights, all this, that's
it's work.
why it's work.
It's work.
It's work.
It's work. It's like being in the gym and you're working out and your abs are killing you, your legs are burning, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna stop. You're at number 8, but you know you got to do a set of 12. That last 4 is what's gonna make the difference. You got to go to 12.
Yep.
So it's the same thing. It's no different. You feel the pain, but the results are coming. If you're quitting, if you're feeling bad for yourself, if you're like, I can't do this, you're not gonna make it to where you need to make it to. You got to put the work in. There's no shortcuts.
Where can we buy your products?
Yes, so www.lustrebymelle.com, and Lustre is spelled Lustre. So it's kind of spelled, the E and the R backwards, but it's Lustre by Melle. So LUSTREBYMELLE. So www.lustrebymelle.com, and on Instagram, Lustre by Melle. And I also am going to be launching my app this summer. So it's already launched. It's already on the Apple iTunes store or the Apple store or whatever.
But just the full opening up.
But yes, I need to load my inventory on there and everything.
Nice.
It's been a little busy with the launch party, but yeah.
Nice. Well, thank you guys for watching this, and it was a pleasure talking to you, Melle. Hopefully I get to see you again.
Thank you.
And best of luck with your business. Your story is amazing.
Thank you.
I'll be following. So.
Absolutely.
Cool.
And one thing that I did forget to mention, I will be launching my products at BOGO Split at Copley Mall on May 16th. So if you're free, come out May 16th. All of the information for the event is on my Instagram page. So follow the page and keep up with everything that I have going on, and keep in the loop. A lot more to come this summer and beyond.